And the best way I could explain it is he always acted like he just came off of Willie Nelson's tour bus. So a lot of people have kind of gotten to know this horse and kind of fallen in love with this horse. This isn't one that I have in training. This is my pony horse. This is Bob. I thought I'd take a minute and talk to you about his history and kind of where he came from and what he is, and how he came to be my pony horse. He is a son of a horse named Great Resolve. Great Resolve was kind of better known as Einstein. Einstein is an NRHA $1 million sire, and so he has really good pedigree. He is a half brother to the horse Einstein Revolution, if you've heard of that horse. He's a pretty famous horse, and he is, I believe, 15 years old. When he was, I believe, a 3-year-old, he spent about 6 months in training with Dale Hendricks. So he was on a career path to greatness, is what his owner at the time was hoping for. But he learned all the maneuvers, but he just never would put any effort into the maneuvers. And Dale told his owners at the time that he just wasn't mature enough. He needed a break, send him home. He didn't really think he was going to make it in Dale's program. So they brought him home, and I was personal friends with his owner at the time, and they called me, and because they knew that I don't mind waiting for a horse to mature. And so we worked out an arrangement. I got him, and I kind of was riding him around, continuing his training, but not pushing him real hard, just kind of waiting for him to mature. All the reining maneuvers were there, they were there then, but I gave him plenty of time, probably 1.5 years, something like that, and he just never would really come along. And the best way I could explain it is he always acted like he just came off of Willie Nelson's tour bus. And if you look at him, that's still kind of the expression he always has. He's always had that expression. He'll do anything you ask him to do, but he always looks like he's kind of in a fog. And I have had him looked at by several vets. Had blood work done on him. I've treated him for EPM, treated him for ulcers, treated him for anemia, put him on all kind of different supplements, tried everything that every vet told me, and then quite a few things I was just trying to try. It never really changed anything. Nothing ever changed with his mind. Another symptom that he has, it's summertime here, and you can see the hair going on their face is not real unusual for the summertime, but he has trouble with losing hair on his sides. He gets rain rot on his hips this time of the year. I think the sweat kind of aggravates his skin. I have a hard time maintaining weight on him. I think that's all kind of symptoms of whatever issue has been going on with him his whole life. And everything that I've tried to do to help that never really made any difference. I couldn't tell where anything that I tried helped at all. So anyways, at the time when I decided he wasn't going to make a reining prospect, I actually won the NRHA Worlds on his half sister. So I was really excited when I got him, and kind of down when I decided he wasn't going to make a reining horse. I put him up for sale, and I actually had somebody come look at him that does like rodeo tricks during intermission. And he stood up in the saddle and was cracking the whip, and Bob's expression never changed. And he ended up not buying the horse because he thought I had drugged him before he came. But that's how he is. I've actually taken him, first time I ever took him to a cowboy mounted shooting, I shot off of him, ran the course and everything. So that's just kind of the attitude that he has, which I did eventually sell him. And years later, maybe 5 years ago, I found him, made arrangements to get him back because I thought he would make a good horse in my lesson program. At the time, my wife was doing horse therapy lessons with special needs kids, and I thought he would really make a really good horse for that. So she was doing the therapy lessons with him. I started using him as a pony horse, and it takes a little bit of time to train a pony horse. I've talked to some people in the comments about some of the things that you have to do to train the pony horse. He has to keep the horse that he's ponying in line, but not overly aggressive. So I spent a little bit of time teaching him that while my wife was doing the therapy lessons. And since my wife's stroke, the therapy lessons have kind of fallen off because she can't keep that up right now. But he still has continued to be my pony horse. I'll put a few kids on him. He's kind of one of the horses that you can put anybody on and turn him loose, and he's pretty good. He wasn't like that in the beginning. It's kind of like in the beginning, the fog that he has he would tone out the rider. So he wasn't always like that as far as being that much of a kid's horse. I have talked to a company about sending me an immune supplement. I've never tried a supplement specifically to build his immune system. So I do have a company sending me that. I'm going to try that and see if it makes any difference. At one point, he had a baby chew off his tail, chewed it probably to about here, probably chewed half of it off, or maybe even a little better. And it took probably 3 years for him to grow that tail back. So that's another symptom of what's going on with his system that I've never been able to really put my hand on. And I may not ever be able to. There's no telling how many thousands of dollars I've invested into trying to see what was going on. But at this point, he's 15 years old. He has a job, and I concentrate on keeping him as healthy as I can and keeping the weight on him. And overall, he seems to be a pretty happy horse, and for the most part, pretty healthy. If you have any questions about Bob, he's been in quite a few of the videos, usually ponying and some of the other lessons and stuff. Put them in the comments below. And if you're familiar with his bloodlines, put them in the comments below. They're pretty well known in the reining horse industry. And he's one that didn't make it as a reining horse, but turned out to be nice for some other things. Ended up finding his career in life. So I'll put a link up here to some of the other videos that I've done using him as a pony horse. And until next time, thank you for watching.